I got my nigga Father Josh. I mean, it's like I get higher than the clouds. Like my nigga G. This is what I be feeling like. Check it out.
I wanna do it so phenomenal. Aiming at the moon, shooting star astronomical. Staring at the mirror, fantasizing about them figures. Never been an early bird, so I'm eating cats for dinner. Hustle till you die. Don't that sound like some great shit? Morning time scrubbing.
Yeah, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Dead on Dave, and that is Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah with Touch the Sky. Another song that I'm using as an intro for all my videos right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Thank you very much. Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, for allowing me to use you as always, the official musician of Dead on Dave Productions. What's going on, everyone? Did you have an amazing Elimination Chamber? I haven't watched it yet. As you know, I did not join the Joe Cronin showcast until the end of the show, but I didn't watch the pay-per-view yet because I was asleep here in Germany. I had to pull double duty last night on my channel and Shot from the Point, so I was a little bit exhausted, so I decided not to stay up all night and watch the pay-per-view and then do the subsequent Joe Cronin show review after. So, after cameoing on the show towards the end, I decided what better time than now to go ahead and watch Elimination Chamber and give you my full review segment by segment the way I know you guys like it right here, right now. So let's get right to it. Let's not gild the lily. I've heard a lot about this show. As you see, I posted a picture of a reaction. So yes, I already know what happened in the Owens Cena match, but I want to watch it because I've heard great things. I'm very excited about that. So let's go ahead and check it out. I heard the crowd was horrible. Let's find exactly how horrible Corpus Christi truly was. I'm ready to go. You ready to go? Let's do this. Elimination Chamber 2015. Let's check it out. Okay, so I am watching some of the pre-show, and I just wanted to check out exactly what they were doing on the kickoff show because I heard some funny things happen. And yes, Byron Saxton is absolutely ridiculous with his fruity little math problems, and Corey Graves blew him up accordingly. Very funny stuff. I love Corey Graves, by the way. I think he's great. Then we go on and we see the New Day will all be stuffed in the same pod, which is hysterical. I do enjoy that. I like what the New Day is doing. I like that they're kind of a tool for the Authority. It's an interesting dynamic. I'm really enjoying what the New Day is doing right now. They're a great heel faction. So let's go ahead and keep moving. I don't know how much more I'm going to watch of the pre-show. I want to get to the pay-per-view and basically be done with it. So let's move on, shall we? Here we go. So Zack Ryder and Stardust on the pre-show. Not too bad. Decent little match. I mean, those guys, I like to see the lower level guys go at it. Unfortunately, Stardust is a lower level guy again. Hell, they have him probably feuding with a television star, for Christ's sake. That's never a good sign. So, you know, there is all of that, and not a big deal. We'll see where it goes. But it was a decent little match for the kickoff show. Stardust gets a victory. The commentators were arguing over what the new name was. It was stupid. But the match was decent. So, you know, we got that. Let's move on and see what's next. Just got done watching the hashtag Ask Lana segment. Thought it was a really well done segment. You know, they had her address some stuff about Rusev and Ziggler. They had her also start to make the turn to understanding America more. That's going to make her much more palatable. But what I get from her, she's such a good talker. She's a great talker, and she's captivating. She's beautiful. I still feel with her hair up like that, her smile comes off as weird. It's like her head is too tight for her to smile like that. But she is a gorgeous woman, and might have better legs than Stacy Keibler. I can't talk. Keep because I'm thinking of those legs. The Lana vagina vortex has moved down to her legs. Now it's the Lana leg vortex. Jesus Christ. I think her legs are every bit as good as Stacy Keibler's right now, and I'm just like, I never thought that was possible, so it's kind of blowing my mind. But that was a good little segment. Short, sweet, and they're really trying to introduce Lana even more and give her more personality, more character, and that's cool. It's a good thing. So let's see what else is on the kickoff show. Okay, real quick. So apparently Summer is still with The Miz. What the hell is The Miz wearing? What the hell is this guy wearing? What is wrong with the WWE? It's like a cut-off monk's robe. He's cut the sleeves off a fucking monk's robe. What the hell is The Miz wearing? Let's see what him and Daniel Bryan have to say. I'm going to lose my mind. Fashion Week, right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Coming at you. All right, the Miz Daniel Bryan segment was not horrible on the pre-show. It was pretty good. Daniel Bryan still is Daniel Bryan, and he's hot and is over as always, but doesn't really say much that's of interest. Miz was hysterical. I love the things that Miz says and does when he acts like this. He looks like a douche nozzle, but that's the whole beauty of him. So and then they go ahead and they bring in Macho Mandow and Axelmania, and I'm so tired of it. I don't care about these two. Jesus. But watching the pre-show was a mistake. I should just watch the damn pay-per-view. That's an hour of my life I cannot have back. It wasn't a bad pre-show. I rarely watch the pre-shows, and for this reason, I want to get to the actual event. So let's go ahead and start Elimination Chamber, and hopefully I won't fall asleep. Here we go. Okay, so about 35 minutes into the event here, we got the first ever Tag Team Championship Elimination Chamber match, and hopefully it will be the last one. This was an absolute train wreck. That's not to say it didn't have its entertaining moments. There was a lot of good moments in there. I felt the Ascension had a really good showing until they got eliminated. Primetime Players looked really good at the end. The one thing that I think there should be a little bit of controversy over, if you really watched it, Tyson Kidd had the pin on, I believe, Big E a little bit right before or at the same time that Cesaro was getting pinned, but there was only one referee, and he pinned Cesaro getting pinned, and he counted that one instead of Tyson Kidd. But they both made the 3 count, so really, New Day should have lost. But it was interesting. But it was a good opening match for the most part. The crowd that I've heard so much about them being horrible, and they were not very good. I also noticed, though, it wasn't a very big crowd. It seemed like a very small arena, and what can happen with those small arenas are the acoustics are just god-awful. You can't hear anything right in that one, because I get the sense at times that they were being loud, because they felt like they were being fairly loud for Daniel Bryan and Miz, but for the actual match, I'm wondering just how much is into this whole WWE turning down or turning up the volume or whatever, because it does seem like they were fiddling with some kind of audio, because I don't think the crowd was as bad as people may have thought they were, or how they came off. We'll see. It'd be interesting to see if there's any live reports from people who talk about, people are insane, the crowd was red hot, but I don't think they were red hot by any stretch, but I do think that they were probably a little bit better than some people were giving them credit for. That being said, there were spots they were really into this match. The whole friggin' Kalisto thing was just ridiculous. That was an atrocious botch. A lot of sloppiness, but that was kind of to be expected with 12 guys in the Elimination Chamber. 13, actually. 13 and a half if you count the bull. So I don't know. It was an interesting concept. I think it needs to be smoothed out a little bit, but not something I'm in a hurry to see again. If it's done properly, I could see the potential in it. It does seem like they're focusing on safety more than ever because, man, the Elimination Chamber was hardly used as a weapon, and that's kind of the entire point. I'm not one of these guys who needs to see blood, of course, but it would be nice if you're going to have the Elimination Chamber to kind of use it as more of a weapon aside from just certain spots. But that's just me. Overall, decent match. I give it a 6. I give that match a 6. It was maybe 5.5. It wasn't a terrible match, but it certainly wasn't great. And you know what? I have a 5.5, and maybe even a 5. It's just 5.5. Decent match. The New Day retain. So let's move on. See what's next here at Elimination Chamber 2015. If this is not Elimination Chamber related, this is just a random fact I just read about and I wanted to talk about it real quick. I didn't know that Carmella was a second generation star. Didn't know. Had no idea. And most people won't know, and that's because her father is not a household name. Her father was an enhancement talent, a jobber, if you will, by the name of Paul Van Dale. And I actually remember watching this guy perform a little bit. It's unbelievable. I clicked on a link that talked about this, and it had a couple of matches of his, and I remember him. It was with Razor Ramon and Big Boss Man. I mean, I clearly remember watching these matches as a kid, so that's kind of cool. And you know what? Sometimes it's a little bit better that a second-generation talent doesn't have a huge name behind her, but she obviously knows the business. Her dad grew up in it, and as a jobber, as a professional jobber, as an enhancement talent, he learned a hell of a lot, I guarantee. There was just something that he was missing to get him to that next big level, and that's okay. But whatever it was, he told Carmella exactly what it was that he was missing, because she has it. She's going to be a big, big, big star, I have a feeling, because for one, she is absolutely gorgeous, and she knows how to talk. She's really, really funny at times too. So I think it's pretty cool. Just little Dead on Dave factoid. Yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy it, I say. Okay, back to the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. I'm sorry, I'm tired. Oh, another quick little news story I wanted to tell you guys about. Probably one of the first places you're going to hear about it on a podcast. The first 6 members of the WWE Money in the Bank pay-per-view that is on only 13 days away on June 14th in Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio. They've been announced. It's Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, Neville, Kofi Kingston, Dolph Ziggler, and Sheamus. It's kind of a strange combination of guys. Strange combination of guys indeed. I hope Neville is healthy, because if he is, whoo, it's going to be awesome. So that should be a lot of fun. Obviously, right there, of those 6, Roman is probably the favorite. But Sheamus has got to be a favorite as well. So it's going to be interesting to see who else is going to be involved. Probably going to be 8. Could be more. We'll see. We'll see what they decide to do. So I thought I would bring you that little tidbit of information. I promise the next time will be an actual Elimination Chamber match breakdown. So let's get back to it. All right, 52 minutes in. We just finished the Divas Triple Threat match, and I don't know. I don't want to be too hard on it. It wasn't terrible. Okay, maybe it was. Naomi, she's done. She can't not be in the main event picture. I think this match kind of proves it. I know triple threat matches are a little bit harder, but, I mean, none of the 3 really performed well, but Naomi was botching everything. I don't think she got off one clean move the entire match, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's just her focus on this new attitude. I have no idea as to why, but she cannot seem to put together a clean move to save her life right now, and it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, and I don't know. I don't know what the answer is here. It's time to bring up some new divas. I know that. Nikki wins in an ugly fashion. Paige probably got her friggin' neck broken because Naomi doesn't know how to perform any fucking move properly. It was a very weird match that just seemed to be, everything was mistimed. Everything there was no communication, proper communication. Everything seemed to be just a little bit off. And a match that I feel really needed to deliver because of how well the NXT women are. It just drives it home. And that's really, of the 3, I got to say Nikki was probably the cleanest of the 3. But that's not saying much. I got to give Nikki a little bit of credit here. I think she's been a decent champion. She's been champion for a long time. But I think it's just time for a new influx of talent. We need new people. We need Sasha. We need Charlotte. I say you send up the top 4 girls right now. Send them all, and you do it with a combination of those 4 and Enzo and Big Cass. I think it's time to send them up as well. So you send up Enzo and Big Cass and Carmella along with Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, and Charlotte. If you want to send Bayley up, that's fine. I don't know if she's ready. She's close. If she's not there, she's definitely close. But if she stays with her current gimmick, I don't know how well it's going to play. We'll see. It's going to be very interesting to see what they decide to do, but they need a new influx of talent bad. I mean, hell, you got Sarah Del Rey down there training the girls. Bring her up for a short stint. They need something. Sarah Del Rey can wrestle her ass off. So, I mean, they need something because this is not main event caliber. This is not championship caliber shit. That being said, I give the match like a 5. Maybe you could talk me down to a 4.5, but you could also talk me up to a 5.5. Like I said, it wasn't horrendous, but it certainly was not a good match. Little disappointed in it, to be honest, because I thought they really needed to deliver. Maybe I'm in a bad mood this morning. I don't know. Let's move on to the match. The only match I really give a crap about, Kevin Owens and John Cena. I've heard so much about it. I've been reading about it all morning. I'm very, very excited to see this match. So let's go ahead and get to that, and I'll be back. Let's do this. Ooh, boy, John Cena, Kevin Owens. Here we go. About 58 minutes in, we just got Owens' entrance. We're getting Cena's entrance now, and I just got to say a couple things. One, this feels like a big fight. It just has this feel of a massive, massive fight. Two, Owens, when he raised his arm, raised his arm with his title, you can clearly see he's got a massive rash underneath his armpit. I hope he doesn't put John Cena in any headlocks because it's going to get awkward really quick. I can't wait to watch this match. Here we go. Watch this match, and then Kevin Owens, wash your armpit. Here we go. About an hour and 22 minutes in, for those of you who had questions about Kevin Owens, for the douchebag that I got into an argument with on the Wrestling Inc. chat boards not that long ago, like 2 days ago, who's trying to tell me that Kevin Owens was not the real deal. Watch this match and eat my ass. What an amazing match between Kevin Owens and John Cena. Kevin Owens he hit a springboard reverse jumping fucking moonsault. He missed it, but he still went for it. We saw moves I don't even know names of. My wife and I named one move the pooping baby powerbomb because he grabbed him by the arms and legs, scooped him like you would a pooping baby to wipe the ass, and then dropped him. He reversed a superplex off the top rope and turned it into a cradle-type powerbomb. This was unbelievable, this performance. You know what? And for those who said that the crowd was bad, the crowd wasn't bad during this match. I think it really has something to do with the acoustics. I think it has something to do with the venue and the acoustics and the way the cameras are set up now and the microphones on the cameras, because it was picking up clear as day them calling out moves during the middle of the match too. That was something you could hear relatively easily. Yeah, you didn't catch that, Beb? Oh, I caught it a few times. Mainly when you were outside, though. That was unbelievable. My wife, who is a casual wrestling fan at best, is sitting here watching this match with me, and she was transfixed, getting angry and more angrier as John Cena kept kicking out. Welcome to our club of getting pissed off as Cena kicks out of everything. But he didn't kick out at the end of this one, did he? Man. I got to ask, what is your impression of Kevin Owens, babe?
Awesome.
Pretty fun. Simple, one word. Awesome. This guy is the real friggin' deal. And now everybody knows who Kevin Owens is. Look, I'm going to do something I don't normally do. This match was a 10. It could not have been any better. And for somebody on Cronin's show earlier said that there was a long setup for John Cena's off the top rope leg drop. No, not really. No, it wasn't. It wasn't that bad. There was nothing that was that bad in this match. There might have been one messed up move, and that was that stupid stunner. But other than that, this was incredible. Don't
everybody say anything against fat people anymore.
Damn right, babe. Don't anybody ever say anything against fat people. Jesus Christ, Kevin Owens. I like to think before I got hurt, I was a pretty friggin' athletic fat guy. Kevin Owens? Holy shit. He's just a giant, angry, hairy Canadian man. And he likes to hurt people. Kevin Owens is going to be the next big star. I'm feeling the same way about Kevin Owens now as I did about Brock Lesnar in 2002. That's how I'm feeling about Kevin Owens. I think he has that much potential. He's older than Brock was. That's the only thing. But you know what? He's a veteran. And his promo after beating Cena was absolutely brilliant. Where does he go from here? That's the question. Where does he go from here? Is it Samoa Joe? Is it another John Cena match? I have no idea. Will he be on Raw? What will John Cena say on Raw? This was incredible. One of the best matches I have seen in years. This rates up there as one of the top matches I've seen in probably the last 2 or 3 years. Incredible fight. I am just enthralled with it. I want to watch it again. What a great match. You can say Dave's overselling it. Fuck you. Go watch this match and just, even in front of a not the greatest crowd in the world, if this was in front of like a Chicago crowd or a New York crowd, or for some reason an Oregon crowd. Oregon has crazy wrestling fans. I don't know why, but it's true. It would have been even better, but this was crazy. And the reactions after the match were absolutely priceless. People were shocked. They couldn't believe what they just saw. Kevin Owens is for real, and he just proved it on the big stage. Great job, Kevin Owens, and really good job to John Cena. You know, putting over young talent, which, by the way, he does more than people want to give him credit for. Lately, he hasn't, but in the past few years, he has. He has. People just don't want to give him enough credit. Yes, he doesn't lose matches clean very often, but he did tonight. And that says something. That says something that Vince McMahon would acquiesce to Triple H, because I feel this was a Triple H call. It just feels like it. Because no way does Vince let Cena lose clean, even in a non-title match. I can just imagine Vince is talking to Hunter and be like, "Look, Paul, what I want to do is I'll let the kid win. I'll let him beat Cena. But I really think that it'd behoove us to make sure it was in some kind of, pulling the shorts, the tights, or something. We have to do that. I think we have to protect John." And Triple H is like, "No, Vince. You got to listen to me. You got to have him beat him clean, Vince. I'm telling you. Just listen to me." And he did. And it was amazing. And oh, God, please do not drop the ball with Kevin Owens. You have to keep this momentum going. You have to keep this alive, because Kevin Owens is going to be the man as long as you don't fuck it up. That's all I got. Let's get back to the action. I don't even want to watch another match. I want to end it right now. How do you follow that? How do you follow that match? God, 10 out of 10. Could not be better. Between that match, between those two, in this circumstance, could not have been better. Maybe they have a better match in them together down the line, but for tonight, for that match in that venue on this pay-per-view, best possible match they could have had. 10 out of 10. Absolutely fantastic. Let's move on. Woo! About an hour and 35 minutes in, something like that. Neville and Bo Dallas. This should not have been the match to follow Owens and Cena. Just period. It should have been the Divas match, because that was bad anyway. This match was not that bad. Neville and Bo Dallas, it's not that it was a bad match. It was a wear down hold match. There was a lot of wear down holds, and it was slower than you would expect it to be. But, it wasn't a bad match at all. It was Neville. Did hit some of the bigger moves that we want to see out of Neville, but, it's okay. The most important thing, it looks like his knee is perfectly fine. So hopefully this is him moving on from Bo Dallas and moving on, more importantly, to Money in the Bank, which he's already been announced to be a contender in. Remember, that's only 13 days away. 2 weeks. We're getting another pay-per-view. This is crazy. Basically 4 pay-per-views within inside of a month. Absolute insanity. So, yeah, it's crazy, but it's good stuff. I'm enjoying it. So this match, I give it a 6.5, maybe even as high as a 7. It wasn't that bad of a match. It was fairly decent. I think a lot of people shit on it a little bit because it followed Owens and Cena, and nothing should have followed that. Either you had the Divas next, or you went with Owens and Cena in the main event, which it probably should have been. just, it's crazy. It was such a good match. Nothing should have followed it. But I have to be fair to Neville and Dallas. And so I have to try to judge the match without looking at it as a follow-up. So just judging it based on how the match wasn't too bad. It was fairly decent. And one thing, Bo Dallas needs to get in shape. Get that man on a friggin' bicycle or something. He is doughy. He is doughy. It was like a match of the brawn and the bloated. It was terrible. That's the one thing. That family, Bo Dallas, Bray Wyatt, and even his daddy, their daddy, Erwin R. Shyster, IRS. Just Shyster, yeah, Shyster. Why is that funny? What German word is that? Shit. Shyster. Shyster.
I know, but...
It's not Shizer.
I know, but it sounds like shit.
But it's not, though.
But still.
Shyster. It's like, a crook. A swindler. Shyster.
How's it spelled? S-C-H?
I have no idea how that's spelled. Am I Asian? Ooh. Because they win all the spelling bees. That was racist. That was racist. See what you made me do? You made me. You pushed me to racism. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
You've already been there.
I have never been racist in my life. How dare you? Ugh, I hate it. I hate everybody equally. Oh, I hate that. I hate when people say that. But yeah, that was I forgot where I was going. But that's a really, really bad gene family. Very athletic. They're fat athletic. Athletically fat. There we go. They're athletically fat. I know that feeling. Trust me. All right, that's all I got for that one. Let's see what's next. I believe it's the Elimination Chamber Intercontinental title match. Let's go to the footage. All right, I don't know. Here we go. Okay, so about an hour and 42 minutes into the event, we find out that it is, in fact, Mark Henry who is taking the place of Rusev in the Intercontinental title Elimination Chamber. Not a ladder match, Elimination Chamber. However, I have to say, I was disappointed with it when I heard about it originally. I heard about it this morning. But I don't know. We'll see how he performs. But as far as this has nothing to do with Bray Wyatt, because I'd much rather have Bray Wyatt in this match. I just want to put that out there right now. But for being in Corpus Christi, it's in Texas. It's in his back friggin' yard, basically. You have him there. You have him there, and I don't know. I don't even like that answer because he's old as shit. You know he's not a real legitimate contender to win this thing. He's just become jobber fodder over the years. But I will say this for him. He looks great. He looks slim. He looks real slim. He looks like he trimmed down quite a bit. And that's a good thing because he misses a lot of time. But at least he's getting himself in really nice shape in his 40s. You know, he hasn't looked like this since his 20s. So that's a good thing. We'll see how the match goes. I don't know. Not the guy I would have put in there. I think Bray Wyatt made a hell of a lot more sense. But that's okay. Let's go. You know what? Fuck that meme, too, that was just up there. That was a Cubs meme. I know. Yeah. I know. I put the meme there. But Jesus, fuck that meme anyway. God damn it. Okay, here we go. Elimination Chamber Intercontinental title match. Let's check it out. Oh, by the way, quick note. I'd like to apologize for my remark earlier about Asians winning the spelling bee. That was the wrong racial stereotype. If it was a math competition, then Asians would have been appropriate. I meant Indian. My fault. My bad. I apologize. Sue me. Don't sue me. I have no money. All right. There we go. Back to the Elimination Chamber. Let's watch this match. I'll be right back. I promise. Okay, just saying, and this is about, I don't know, 2 hours in, roughly 2 hours into the event. What an epic mistake with the indestructible plexiglass got dislodged. And Mark Henry's like, I'll just come out now. I'll just come out now. Fuck it. And he did. He came out. So just saying, no eliminations yet in this far into the match. So let's get back to it. I just wanted to make a little reference to that. Good job. I don't know, still around 2 hours, I guess. 2 hours and some change, maybe an hour and 58 minutes, something like that. Not only does Wade Barrett become the first person eliminated, but he gets eliminated by R-Truth of all people. This is craziness. What are they doing to King Barrett? Why is winning the King of the Ring been a death sentence for him and his character? This is nuts. Can anybody explain? Put in the comment section below if you have a good explanation as to why Barrett is going down the friggin' toilets. Who did he piss off? Who did he have sex with? Whose coffee did he screw up? Holy God. Let's get back to it. First elimination. Wade Barrett. Wow. About 2 hours and 2 minutes into the event, we have our second elimination, which is R-Truth by the hands of Ryback. After Ryback got all three of the other two remaining guys, both Ziggler and R-Truth, to help team up and beat up friggin' World's Strongest Man Mark Henry while Sheamus was trapped in his pod. Yes, Sheamus is still trapped in his pod. Obviously some kind of a work thing going on here, but his pod cannot be opened, and he's stuck. So probably Sheamus jammed it or something. I don't know. I'm sure something will come out like that. So yeah, Ryback gets the victory with Shell Shock, takes out R-Truth. We'll see what happens next. Who's the next elimination? We'll find out. Here we go. About 2 hours and 5 minutes in the event, Mark Henry has been eliminated, and he really had zero impact in the match, except for a funny moment where he got to come out early. What was the point of having him in this match? I have no idea. So he's no longer in. He's been eliminated by Sheamus, who, as I thought, did jam the lock, but he used his Celtic cross and put it in the lock, thus not allowing it to be opened, and then he cleverly took it out and came into the match when everybody was already down. Way to go, Sheamus! You're a dick! Okay, let's go ahead and get back to the match. Just 3 people left. Who's going to be the Intercontinental Champion? Let's find out. 3 most likely candidates are still left, so there we go. So about 2 hours and 10 minutes in, Sheamus absolutely no-sells a Famouser by Dolph Ziggler, gets up and bro kicks him in the face, eliminates Dolph Ziggler. Huh. What the hell? He completely no-sold it. 100% no-sold that move. That's crazy. So we're down to Sheamus and Ryback. Let's see what's going to happen there. Who will be the new Intercontinental Champion? Let's find out. About 2 hours and 16 minutes in, Ryback is your new Intercontinental Champion. Yeah, he gets the victory. Look, this match, it's not that it was a bad match. It was a perfectly good match. But the problem is, everything following Owens and Cena just feels meh. Owens and Cena was so good that the rest of this card doesn't matter now. That's the problem that I'm having. Because I keep just wanting to go back and watch the Owens and Cena match. And this was a perfectly good match. This Elimination Chamber. My big beef with it is it just didn't feel like it needed to be in the Elimination Chamber. It would have been the exact same match had they just had 6 guys, one randomly coming out every 5 minutes until, and just one eliminated at a time. Same thing would have happened. They barely used the chamber. Yes, there was the plexiglass shit spots, but other than that, I mean, the chamber did not fare too much into the outcome of the match. For that was kind of like blah, especially since this is the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. There's no need to have this event again next year. Even as a special on the WWE Network. If you want to have the Elimination Chamber match once a year, have it as a standalone event, not other matches on the card. Maybe have the title up for grabs too, other than if you don't want to have the title defended in Elimination Chamber. But other than that, there's no reason to have this. You're not using the chamber the way it's intended for. There's supposed to be brutality. I'm not one of these guys who's saying we needed blood, but certainly some extra brutality because it's inside this hellacious structure that just did not seem to be used at all. And that's my only gripe with those. But other than that, the Intercontinental Championship match was very good. It was a good match. It was decent. I give it a 6.5. 6.5, maybe a 7. It was a good match. And Ryback, I think, is a very deserving champion. I like what they did with Daniel Bryan after the match. And you can't even call the Ryback anymore the Big Hungry. He's the Big Humble. He's the Big Humble. He's super humble. He thanked Daniel Bryan. That was really, really cool. I thought it was a good moment. I like the Ryback quite a bit. I always have. He may not be the greatest in the ring, but he's an entertaining guy, and I just really do like him. Is he going to tear the house down with technical efficiency? No, but he can throw together some stuff, and he's a Hulk Hogan. He's a John Cena. He's not there to be a Rob Van Dam, even though he dresses like him. He's not there to be Daniel Bryan. He's there to be a big, imposing structure that can do some damage to you, and that's what he does. He does that very well, but I like him. So I think it's about time that he gets a title reign. That's cool. And we'll see where he goes from there. I think he can have some very good feuds with the Intercontinental belt, but the question is, where do you go from here? That's the big thing. So we'll see. Decent match. I think the main event's next, so let's get ready for that. Oh, I found out that Roman Reigns cannot be at ringside, so they've really set up the whole heel turn. I don't think it happens, but they've really set up the heel turn for Roman Reigns, and it's going to be quite interesting to see what they decide to do with it, because they've set it up now. You know, they basically put the label on it, so that makes me think it's not going to happen. But we'll see. Let's check out the main event, see what happens. Here we go. Okay, about 2 hours and 20 minutes in, they just announced that at Money in the Bank in just 2 weeks, we will get the rematch between John Cena and Kevin Owens. Have no idea why. I don't think it's necessary. But you know what? If it's half as good as this match that we saw on Elimination Chamber, then you know what? All for it. Let's do it. But I don't see the purpose of it. But, you know, I really hope Owens beats him again. Beat him again, Kevin Owens, please. But I'm pretty sure Cena will get even in that match, but we'll see what happens. Should be interesting either way. Let's see what's next here on Elimination Chamber 2015. Okay, crazy end here. Very interesting end to the pay-per-view. Good match. Solid match by Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. A lot of offense. Very good match. Minimal interference, which I think was very important. I absolutely loved this match. I thought it was very good. I actually really liked the ending. Yes, we've seen the double refs in the past and everything, but it's still, I wish they would have explained it. Had Lillian Garcia really explained the decision, I think that would have been a much better ending. Instead of just saying it was by disqualification, even though no bell was ringing until that pinfall. So, you know, that's the thing. But it was interesting. I thought Dean leaving with the belt was awesome. I thought that this really does change the landscape and allow some really interesting storylines to take place. I hope Dean doesn't give the title back tomorrow night. They do have the possibility of having Reigns, who Dean Ambrose kept referring to as baby. That was a little strange, but still. Whatever. Hopefully that they can go ahead and have Reigns turn heel tomorrow night. They could have done it tonight, but they didn't. If Reigns is going to turn heel, which I'm sure the reaction that he got tonight is not going to help. Maybe if they were thinking about turning him heel, it's like, you hear that reaction? You hear that reaction? I told everybody. I told you all that Roman Reigns, he was going to be the next John Cena. And I think the reactions speak for themselves. So, no, we're not going to make him heel at this time. Vince, I'm telling you, we got to make him heel, Vince. I don't understand, Vince. Paul, did you not understand? Did you not hear the reaction tonight, Paul? He's going to be it. He's going to be Cena. I'm telling you. But that's what it was. It was an interesting end to the event. And, you know, I love Dean Ambrose antics, and we're going to get plenty of those. But as for me, that's about going to wrap it up. Make sure you check out Touch 'Em All a little bit later today with my good friend, my buddy, my compatriot, my compadre, Jeff the Huff Huffman. And hey, go over and check out Shot from the Point from last night. Me, Jake, Jeff, Matt Kazar was there for most of it. We had a few callers. It was absolute insanity over on Shot from the Point. Shot from the Point Live. Go check it out. Craziness. Absolute friggin' anarchy. But it was a lot of fun. Go check that out. And also Joe Cronin Show. Go check out Joe Cronin Show on YouTube. He had a great review, well over 2 hours. In fact, he had to have 2 reviews because his stream crapped out. And then I came on for a little bit at the end. It was a really good time. Jesse J was tearing it up as always. So it was a good one. Make sure you check that out as well. Also, my good friend, Patrick Glynn, Rockin' with Dockin'. Go check that out. He's a good guy. That's all I got. So we'll see you next time. Take us out, Mr. Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, who you can check out on SoundCloud. Also want to give another quick shout out to my boys, the band Swirl, who I had the founder and guitarist on Creators Corner, Dwayne D.T. Jones, had him on Creators Corner on Friday night, and he was awesome. Man, that was a great interview. Go check that out. If you haven't watched that, go check it out. It's a really, really interesting interview. He's been with some very cool 80s hair metal rock stars, and he's got great stories. Make sure you check that out. It's very, very badass. It rocks in the badassery department. And go check out Swirl. Swirl the band. Google Swirl the band. You'll find all of their information. Great rock band of the modern day, man. That's hard to find, you know? So go check that out. But as for this show, we're done. We're out of here. And if you don't have talent, have talented friends. We'll see you next time. Peace.
I got my nigga Father Josh. I mean, it's like I get higher than the clouds. Like my nigga G. This is what I be feeling like. Check it out.
I wanna do it so phenomenal. Aiming at the moon, shooting star astronomical. Staring at the mirror, fantasizing about them figures. Never been an early bird, so I'm eating cats for dinner. Hustle till you die, don't that sound like some grave shit? Morning time scrubbing floors sound like some slave shit. In the constellation, sitting right next to Persephone. Flow addictive like weed, I guess we all in ecstasy. Flip that, looking at the sky for satisfaction. My niggas is gods, Mount Olympus, Percy Jackson. Intelligence is relevant, impress a bitch that's elegant. Never been a hater, the creator, I am evidence. On every damn beat, I proceed to go hard. That's why they try to replicate me like I'm Jean-Claude.